Hey there, everyone. I'm going live right now from a cottage that we're at. My family and I are at a cottage. I'm on vacation, but these storms are looking pretty nasty. So hopefully you can see and hear me. My connection's pretty brutal here, but I'm going to try to go live the best I possibly can. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. So let's see here. Let me just try to get this updated. One second here. These storms look super, super duper angry. I'd be taking shelter for sure if you're in the St. Clair area. Also up by Goderich area looks quite strong. Lots of reports of damage back in Michigan, so there's that. Let's see here. I'm just going to join the studio so I can see comments. Whoa, that's not going to work. There we go. Hmm. It's going to be tricky. Hopefully it works. Got to turn down to the maximum down, so hopefully it's not so bad. I just want to be able to see comments here. How does the stream look? Is it brutal or is it okay? These storms are extremely strong. Some of these wind gusts, 106.2 kilometers an hour. This is a problem. So I want to make sure I have echo cancellation turned off. Pardon me, when I swipe this over, it's going to look pretty brutal, but it's going to look like an infinite loop, but it's the only way I can do this properly. So let me just make sure my audio settings have echo. Perfect. That'll be better. There we go. Let's see here. Sarnia is really bad. We're seeing. Thank you very much, Becky. Um, my wife kicked me out. No, we're at a cottage right now with family, and I'm only allowed to stream till 7. So I've been told I'm on here till 7. I wanted to come on and just make sure everybody knew what was going on with these storms because they're super duper strong. Wind gusts 90 kilometers an hour coming off of Huron. And yeah, it's looking pretty darn grumpy. The stuff heading into Essex County right now is really strong as well. I'm sure it's pretty nasty in Tecumseh area. I'm sure it was in Windsor earlier. Let's take a look at some of this data here. Yeah, these winds coming in right now are 118 kilometers an hour on radar. That's not great. So it's a problem for sure. Yeah, we're at a cottage near Owen Sound, near somewhere between Meaford and Owen Sound. It's an area called Annan or whatever, Annan. So we're right on the water. It's super nice. But yeah, it's but I'm sure my stream's going to be a little choppy. Again, the internet isn't the greatest here, but we will try our best to at least field some questions. Unfortunately, other team members aren't able to stream with this event, so you're stuck with me for half an hour, and then I'll just be watching radar after that point and notifying if anything is too significant, etc. So, interesting. I don't think I can hear Brendan. If you're talking, I don't think I can hear you. Just because I know Brendan's going to be here for a bit, but he has to go. But yeah, just looking through the comments here. Thank you so much for all. I'm looking through it on my phone. Oh, Tammy G says, welcome to the area. She said, you live in Owen Sound, or maybe she meant I live in Owen Sound. I used to live in Owen Sound. When I was like 2 years old, 2 and 3 years old, we lived in Sound. But I've never been back there until yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. I went back to Owen Sound for the first time to check it out, and it's a pretty adorable place. I like it. So yeah, we put out some polygons for the significant damaging wind potential, strong damaging winds coming into, looks like St. Joseph, Drysdale, Bayfield, Blue Water area. But this whole line is actually, this has been a very tricky forecast. I do not envy all the efforts that Brennan has put in, because I was looking at it in detail as well too, and it was just a mess. The models are all over the place. Even today, they're still all over the place. Usually the day of, they kind of figure it out. Nope, they were pretty much all over the place. So really strong storms today we had up in northeastern Ontario, which weren't so evident when uh, when the forecast was made last night. But then they got really strong this morning, and so we were watching that closely. And we got a little storm here in Annan area, but again near Owen Sound, and between Owen Sound and Meaford, I'm right on. I'll show you where I am. I'm somewhere up here near Balaclava. It shows up on the map somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere along this shoreline here on the water is where we are. So yeah, it's beautiful to be able to see across the bay. We're getting some thunderstorms here, but nothing too significant. Yeah, these storms are pretty non-severe so far over Georgian Bay that are tracking to the east, eventually towards kind of the Barry area. So far, they look more as good, but the environment is really strong. So we'll have to see how this does develop here over the next little while. We'll see if anything starts to strengthen because there's a lot of energy out there. It's very, very humid day. Great for swimming, but not so great for mitigating severe thunderstorm potential. So thankfully, I have my lapel mic with me. So I'm using, it's one of the first times on live stream I've used my lapel mic that I bought years and years and years ago. Let's see here. Just going through, Franken says very blurry. Yeah, I'm at a cottage, and my connection's gonna be garbage. So my apologies if it is blurry. Not much I can do about it here. But again, I'm just gonna live stream for the next 20 minutes or so. Try to answer some questions. And let's see here. Sarah has a good question. She says, any tornado cell pop-ups? Sarah H. Yeah, there's a little hint of embedded rotation in this line. Someone said, will Leamington get hit? Oh yeah, it's on its way. That's Essex County right there. I don't know if it's blurry on your screen, but that's Essex County, and you can see those storms coming from, a lot of places are going to see storms today, especially in the west. You can see this huge line from basically King Cardin all the way down to Amherstburg. And so, yeah, that whole line going across southwestern Ontario could be interesting. So we'll have to see how this goes. How bad is Sarnia going to get? Someone said. I mean, you've already got the worst that you're probably going to see. It looks like it's already on top of you. The video will clear up, says Seth Manka. What's up? How you doing? The video will clear up somewhat as you watch. The webcam will stay blurry. Yeah, my webcam will probably stay blurry. I should probably just kill the webcam, but whatever. It's nothing I can do at this point. Had a report from Sarnia there. 1 second here. Melissa is doing her standard line of asking everyone to, instead of asking your region, we typically prefer people can let us know what they experienced. So if you're in Sarnia, let us know what you experienced. Let everyone down the line know what you experienced. Because if you're in Sarnia, you can tell Petrolia what they're about to get. If you're in like St. Clair, you can tell Chatham Kent what they're about to get, etc., etc. Patty says hi, Muggy and Woo. Yeah, so lots of storm energy out there that we have to deal with at this point in time. So we'll have to see how this goes. But again, sorry for my stream being a potato stream, I like to refer to it as. See, some of these cells, like if we look at instant weather storm risk, the cell over by Forest, Lambton Shores, Port Franks area, it's got 11% tornado risk on it, 45% severe wind risk. So yeah, this is a pretty nasty line. That could have little hints of embedded rotation in there. There's a few different areas I'm keeping a close eye on. Nice to be able to swipe over. Let's go take a look at Detroit Radar again, because it seems to, yeah, it's got some very strong values in Essex County. Amherstburg area, it's looking pretty windy, especially to the east of that. You can see we've got the storm arrows now that tell you which direction the storms are headed, which is not always perfect, but I think it actually works quite good. And some of these winds in here, if these are actually occurring, 108 kilometers an hour, that's going to be bringing trees down. That's not good. So Mitchell's Bay area, this is right over Lake St. Clair. So if you're east of Lake St. Clair, you're in Mitchell's Bay, Bradley, Bagnall, Prairie Siding, Grand Point, all those areas looking very strong winds coming off of coming off of Michigan here. So again, we hope everybody's staying safe with that. Yeah, so 11% tornado risk on that cell. Let's take a look at Exeter. Radar seems to be working fine here, so my stream should be reasonable. Like I'm able to load stuff quite fast, so hopefully some of it's coming through, not too fuzzy. Let's see here. I saw something about a webcam. The webcam is clear and sharp, says Sandy. Oh, all right, cool. Let's just watch it on YouTube. YouTube's typically a little bit better. Seth Minka says the tornado risk more of a Q. He said QCLS, but I think yeah, QLCS. Yeah, risk compared to a typical one. Yeah, it's more of an QLCS is just basically embedded tornadoes inside of the squall line. So as opposed to like one super small and like the hook has a nice mezzo. Melissa says radar is very fuzzy, but the webcam is fine. I don't know. This is again, I'm in Anon right now, so I wasn't planning on going live, but it's a pretty strong. And there's some risk tomorrow as well, so we'll have to see how that does develop. Oh, I can't touch the mic or it's going to be loud. Yeah, so let's see here. Basically, big nasty line of storms through. Could see some damaging wind risk with it. There was lots of damage reported in Michigan, so it's very possible that these could continue to be damaging windstorms as they track into our area. We certainly have the ingredients in place for damaging wind gusts. I think some of the reports, from what I remember, the team talking about was something in the range of 110 kilometers an hour reported, maybe. Oh, here we go. Miranda says reports of power lines down in Windsor. Yeah, this is a nasty line. Headed right into Windsor. 120 kilometer an hour wind gust near Lake St. Clair, says Cole. Whoa. Actually, he's got lots of reports here. He said Detroit Airport gusting to 122 kilometers an hour. Multiple tree limbs down in and around Novi. Large tree uprooted and fell across Pine Street. Large tree uprooted and fell across the road near Cadillac Forest. Department of Highways reported thunderstorm wind gusts of 75 miles per hour. 120 kilometer an hour wind gusts near Lake St. Clair. Oh yeah, I read that one. And power lines down. So yeah, this is obviously a pretty dangerous event, folks. I couldn't go after the entire thing. Again, I'm with fam out here in Anon. Is that how you pronounce it? Annan? I think so. Anon? Yeah, Anon. Annan? Maybe Annan or Anon. But it's beautiful out here, though. That's the nice thing. We've had some really nice days for swimming and just hanging out here. We rented a cottage out here, and us and a whole bunch of family got together and rented a cottage. And it's quite lovely, actually. So kudos to the folks in Anon or Annan. Again, it's somewhere between like Meaford and Owen Sound, somewhere in there. It's like northeast of Owen Sound kind of thing. But yeah, it's super gorgeous. But unfortunately, the internet here is not that great. I'm gonna have to like get Starlink or something, so that anywhere I go, I can have super high quality, fast internet. That would be helpful. Hey, is that a good expense for the business? I rarely go anywhere. I think it's fine. I'll just. That's why I got all this data on my phone, and then my Bell internet here. I'm getting like 0 bars. I should show you on the webcam. There's 4 dots actually. There's not even bars. I just have 4 gray dots with no signal. Rogers here, they're getting some signal. I was at water. I got 1 bar 5G. So who knows? Anyways, enough of my internet problems. Sounds like a me issue. 13% tornado risk still on the cell from machine learning here. But I'm not seeing anything too strong as far as rotation. Again, there could be embedded rotation close to the surface with these. It's difficult to tell, but they can definitely produce damaging wind gusts. So let's take a little look to Georgian Bay. Again, looks like a little bit of lightning near where we are here, near Balaclava. Is that how you pronounce it? Balaclava? Is it Balaclava? I don't know. I don't know pronounce anything. I'm not asking anymore. That's actually a decent little storm right here. down by Lakefield in Kawartha Lakes. Where did that one come from? It's got some pretty strong winds here. Let's take a look at the readings. 84.96 kilometers an hour. Yeah, could be some isolated imaging winds on that cell. I don't think there's even a watch or a warning over here. There's nothing. So I'm going to go and create a polygon around that storm. Where does it think it's going? Looks like it's going to the southeast. Storm track going on. Let's see, it's heading down towards Warsaw and eventually towards Norwood. If I back this up here, you can see like Campbellford, Myersburg. Where's that little cell going? I can't see our team chat, but I'm going to jump into it here. Kawartha Lakes cell. That's what I'm writing. Doing a polygon. All right, I'm going to do a polygon on that storm on my phone. This is the mobile version of the instant weather live stream here. So again, thank you for being with me. I'm with potato internet, but it's better than the last cottage I was at, because the last time I went to a cottage, every time I go to a cottage, this happens. The last time I went to a cottage was the derecho. The derecho happened when I went to a cottage, and the internet there was it was like 100 times worse than it is. At least I can check radar easily here. There it was. I have to wait for like a minute to get the next radar frame. It was brutal. But at least here I can notify storms pretty easily, so it's not too bad. I'm gonna do a little polygon around this one. I think it should miss Peterborough. It's gonna head down towards Campbellford areas, Quinty West eventually maybe. Let's see here. Do a little polygon around that. Let me just see which way it's going here. Animate it. Yeah, it's heading right towards Norwood. So it's right now it's near Lakefield and heading southeast towards Norwood. Make my polygon bigger and stretch it all the way to Prince Edward County because it's heading that way. So yeah, maybe eventually towards Kingston, maybe. Maybe not. All right, I'll just do it to Greater Napanee. Quinty West areas. All right, I'm doing my little polygon for that one. I'm gonna go severe thunderstorm potential. What are the percentages on this one? Okay, severe thunderstorm potential. Carefully storm that is located near Lakefield, tracking to the southeast towards, what did I say? Belleville? I'll say Campbellford. Camp Belford? That's right. Okay, the time is 6:47. Okay, well, looks good to me. And I'm sending a notification out to 8,278 people. Whoa. Sit. Got good enough internet to still send notifications, so that's good. All right, that's sent out. Let's jump back in our team chat. Oh, so a new severe thunderstorm watch was issued, basically from Innisfil down to Hamilton. And they said there's also a lesser risk of a tornado. They mentioned it. Interesting. All right. If you haven't downloaded our free app yet, probably be a good time to download it. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com, or you just go to the App Store and type instant weather in the search bar, and you'll see the white and blue IW icon, and that's our app. It is free. Download it. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Okay, where the heck is my StreamYard window? Oh, it's the app. That's right. I have to go back to the app. Here it is. Okay. Now you can see my polygon on the screen now. See how the potato live stream is looking. Yeah, it's pretty potatoey. Oof. It looks pretty blurry. My apologies, people. Sorry about that. Power flickered in Amherstburg, says Andrew. Thank you very much. Again, I can only stream until 7 o'clock. I am on vacation right now, and I'm getting in crap for streaming at all. But I was like, okay, this storm looks super duper strong. Gotta go live and let people know what's up. But yeah, so even though I have a potato live stream, trying my best here, folks. Appreciate your patience with the connection. Um, yeah, that one near Lambton Shores in Arcona, still a 5% tornado risk on it. Still has a strong damaging wind potential. And yeah, we'll have to just see how these storms develop as they track east through most of southwestern Ontario. Kudos to Brendan for the forecast, because he stuck to his guns and went strong in the deep southwest, where there's a lot of other forecasts that didn't really highlight the deep southwest. And now his forecast is looking pretty rock solid. The northeastern Ontario thing, didn't realize that the MCS was going to continue and be strong up there. It wasn't really reflected in the models as much, a little bit, but not as much. But the environment was definitely stronger to the south. But yeah, the stuff to the north was still quite nasty. Looks like there's an interesting little storm by Bancroft at the moment. Let's go take a peek at that. Hmm. Yeah, actually, right south of Faraday, looks like some pretty strong wind gusts here. 90.72. Okay, well, that's strong. Bancroft is unfortunately right in between two radars, so you can't really get a super good read on it. But that's kind of all the data I need right there. Seeing, yeah, winds of that strength near Faraday. This is south of Bancroft, tracking to the east. I'm going to do another polygon here while we're live on stream. I think I'm going to go orange for that one. It's looking pretty grumpy. Let me see here. How's the audio coming through, though? Is it clear? I hope at least the audio is clear, even if the video looks like a potato. I'd be happy if at least the audio came through clear, because I did plug in the lapel mic. You're trying to go, you know, just a little bit extra from the cottage here. It was a slight repair. I'm just waiting for one of the kids to kick the door any moment and jump on the live stream, and I'll have one of those videos where someone's trying to do something relatively important and somebody kicks down the door, or one of the kids kicks down the door. I don't think the strong part of the storm is going to hit Bancroft, but the strong winds are definitely to the south. I think I probably will put Bancroft in my polygon here. I don't think there's any watches or warnings over here at the moment, and these storms are pretty strong. So, anyways, okay, I'll send that notification out. Folks there know what's going on. You know what? I'm going to go blue, only because we're so far away from radar, it's hard to tell how strong the winds are at the surface. So I'll go severe thunderstorm potential over there as well. Carefully monitor the storm that's located south of Bancroft near Faraday. Tracking to the east. All right, and the timing here is 6:52. I got 8 more minutes, folks, before I'm gonna get in trouble by my wife. 6:52, and sending that one to 2,400 people. Okay, another notification sent. Let me. Oh, I can't touch the microphone. I keep forgetting. Okay, jump back on our live stream here. CPT is. See, everybody's talking to CPT about something. I don't know who CPT is. I'm scrolling up. Amherstburg. Yeah, Amherstburg looked pretty nasty the last time I took a look at it. Definitely damaging wind risk down there. And the storms should hopefully be moving somewhat past Amherstburg at this point. Looks like they're still pretty much on top of you, but the strongest winds I've seen look like they should be maybe east of you by now. I'd be waiting a little while before doing anything. It's wait till that line is done. There's also a flooding risk there because there's just a lot of precipitation falling in a short period of time. So there's a little bit of flooding risk. Risk is pretty much the main here. And again, our thoughts are with those in Michigan who dealt with the damage, and now those in Ontario who dealt with the damage. We're hearing about big time wind gust reports. These are going to be surface based, so damaging winds, trees falling down, hydro poles coming down, all that kind of stuff is all it's all in the realm of possibilities. And we have heard of hydro lines down and trees down, so hopefully nothing too significant with the damage, but it is possible. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. My live stream may look like a potato, but it hopefully feels like a less or better than potato live stream, even though it looks like a potato. Raining lightly, thunder and lightning in Windsor, says Sandy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'll show her comment. Should be able to. Oh, looks like Brennan has chimed in with the, whoa, look at those photos. Oh my goodness. That shelf cloud is ridiculous. Brennan, can you put up a little banner that says Adam's on vacation at a cottage and streaming on potato internet or something? That might be helpful. The sky is green in Kerwood, says Skid. Thank you very much for that report. Green's not great. Brando says, hi, Adam. Is it safe to charge a phone during a thunderstorm? I mean, so you're charging it and it's in your hand at the same time? You don't want to be connected to the electricity during a big thunderstorm. I would say it's probably not the greatest idea. Nicole says, seems like all the excitement is over now in Goderich. Victoria says, not seeing any rain yet in Chatham. Holy, it's dark and windy. Lisa says, just got super dark and windy in Strathroy. Riley says, what's it looking like in Collingwood? Those storms don't look too bad up there. The ones that just went past me in the Owen Sound area, as I'm up at a cottage on vacay with the family. And we're near Annan, which is northeast of Owen Sound. But those storms just went past us, and they are just some rain and lightning. Wasn't too exciting. These storms over here, though, continue to look strong. The one near Lakefield, strong wind gusts, and the one near Bancroft showing some strong wind gusts too. So I did 2 little polygons on those. No watches or warnings in the area at the time, but we'll see what happens with Environment Canada if they check those storms out at some point. And these ones in the southwest are definitely the focus right now. You can see some really strong values here. 30% damaging wind risk on some of these cells. This one over here by Arcona is 7% tornado risk and a 40% severe wind risk on it. So that is still probably one of the stronger storms at the moment. There might be some weakening going on. It doesn't look as intense as it did when it was approaching Windsor. I believe we had some damage in Windsor, and that would certainly make sense based on what I saw on radar. But and again, still some really strong winds that are moving in from Lake St. Clair. So we'll see what happens with those. Hopefully this starts to calm down. That would be great. But there is some embedded tornado potential, maybe damaging risk, and it could be isolated flooding as well too. So it's 6:57. I gotta go. I promised up and down that I would be done my live streaming by 7 o'clock. So that's 3 minutes from now. So I'm just going to say goodbye to everybody here. Sorry, it was only a short live stream. I did want to go live just to let everybody know, especially with this came into winter. Those look super duper strong. And again, what was coming into Goderich area, but hopefully it'll calm down for those folks. Barb says, thank you. You're very welcome, Barb. I'm glad I was able to at least go live a bit. At least the internet held on enough for me to talk for a bit. David said, have a great vacation. See you another day. Yeah, tomorrow could be interesting too. We'll see what happens as well there.
I can leave the hybrid up for a while.
Oh, okay. I can only hear you through my phone, actually. It's really weird. I'm glad I had that on, though. I know I have this headphone in. It does not do anything. Oh, yeah, if you can leave the hybrid on, that would be great. And then and if anything gets super duper exciting, if it's possible to jump in. But I know you're busy. But chat, if you can leave the hybrid on, that'd be great. And maybe later on, if there's something exciting, maybe Alana has some time, or maybe I can jump on later. But I know we've got a schedule here, so it's gonna be pretty tricky. So, anyways, thank you, Brendan. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm gonna jump off now, but Brendan's gonna leave the hybrid on, and I sincerely appreciate that. Huge thanks to Brendan, not only for the hybrid thing, but also, of course, the forecast was amazing for this event. So thank you so much, Brendan. Appreciate it. I'm gonna duck out now, though, but thank you so much, everyone. I hope everybody stays safe, and I'll certainly talk to you soon. Bye bye.